What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the interweb? Today's kind of like a hit news video, except we have a lot to talk about, but I'm still not going to try to drag it out just like we would in a hit news video. So a lot of people are saying that Spyro Reignited Trilogy can have a DRM instead of being download or a day one patch. And that just makes no sense why there would be a DRM. I've been seeing this all across YouTube, Twitter, subreddit, etc, etc. It just doesn't make any sense. Why would there be a DRM for something that doesn't need to have a DRM? For those of you that do not know what a DRM is essentially to prevent piracy, and when you lose license, it prevents stuff from getting out and stuff. Which again, makes no sense on console because one, nobody's getting into the files of Spyro on console, and two, Activision owns Spyro, so the licenses aren't going anywhere, and three, no one pirates console games. That's a PC thing. Nobody pirates console games. So having a DRM on Spyro would one, be a waste of time for them to do, two, a waste of money, and three, just a waste of everybody's time. Like, they've already commented on it. I understand there's a lot of confusion going around about it. Some people haven't updated their videos saying that they came out to say that it's, just going to be a day one patch. Some people haven't updated it because, saying it's going to be digital only gets more views, whatever. But the fact of the matter is that the DRM is not a thing for Spyro. Like I said, I understand why some people are worried about it, but in this case, it's just not something that's going to happen. Activision owns Spyro, and Activision will not be losing the rights to Spyro anytime soon, and if they do, it's because they decide to sell it. But with all the hype going on right now, they're not going to sell it. They are not going to sell it. They're going to ride this wave, and they might even get a proper Spyro 4 out of this. You never know. So in conclusion, don't worry about it. This is not going to be a DRM. It's going to be a day one patch unless, something comes out that they didn't tell us about and they end up being tricky wiki with us and just lying to us, and it does end up being a DRM, or it does end up being digital only. But as of what we know for now, from what they told us yesterday when they commented to PlayStation Lifestyle, we know that it's not going to be download. We know that it's not going to be digital. We know it's not going to be a DRM. It's just a simple day one patch, and they're just being transparent and putting it on the box instead of tricking the consumer. And that makes sense because these are big games. This isn't like Crash. Crash, they could have totally remade in a 6-month period, no problem, because Crash is so simple. But Spyro is a huge open world with huge amounts of textures to redo, huge amount of individual enemies, huge amounts of dialogue, huge amounts of everything. So what's likely to happen, why we're going to need that day one patch for this game, is because Spyro 1, it's finished, it's good, they're ready to go. But Spyro 2 and 3 are likely going to be worked on all the way up to the release in September, which that's not unusual for these big games, and I would rather them work all the way up to the day one of release and then give us, a proper day one patch so that I can play the game forever and have it in the way it's meant to be, because realistically, I'm not going to uninstall it from my PlayStation. Once the update's there, it's there, we're good to go. So in the end, a lot of confusion is going around about this, but don't worry, there's not going to be a DRM. It's just going to be a day one download. I hope this came across well for you, and I hope you feel a lot less confused if you were one of the people thinking it was going to be a DRM. But with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name's CRUZANDO. Try not to die, and I'll see you in the next video.